Welcome back. All right, so a quick news of the day video for all you fine people to close out Friday. And again, still quiet. We're still waiting. When's Kadri gonna sign? Why hasn't Kadri signed now? I could do like a video a day. Where has Kadri signed? And just stand here and go, nope. And that'd be the video. It'd be like 5 seconds long, all done. And then YouTube would get off my back about the fact I don't make shorts. Almost every day is like, hey, you know how to make shorts? Yeah, I don't really. It's not my thing. So yeah, no, I get it. All right, so there are two signings to talk about today. Kurashev has signed a one-year deal with the Chicago Blackhawks for $750,000. Caleb Jones has signed a one-year deal worth $1.35 million, and I think Jones had a good year for Chicago. There were times where I was watching games, and I'd be like, hey, Seth Jones made a nice play there, and then I realized that's his brother Caleb. So that's something that definitely happened. It happened during games, and sometimes during a review, I might talk about a nice play by Seth, and somebody in the comments would say, "Actually, that was Caleb," and I'd be like, "I stand corrected." So Caleb Jones, under the radar, had a decent season on a blue line that definitely had some issues in Chicago. So we'll see how things go. We know Chicago likely won't be that good. But how bad is it going to be? We'll find out. Speaking of how bad things are going to be, the World Juniors this year. So, Sweden beats Slovakia, or Sweden beats Slovakia. Sweden beats Austria 6-0. Eventually, I'll figure out who Sweden actually played. I watched the game and reviewed it. Still put Switzerland in the title, because why not? So, Slovakia then came out and beat Latvia in a shootout. I did watch that. I felt bad. The shots were 8-0 Slovakia in the overtime, and I was still like, come on, Latvia, get that, come on. Let's just see it. So, Latvia comes out of that with a point. Slovakia comes out of that with 2. And so we'll see how that affects things. In the shootout, Slovakia scored in the first round. The second round, Latvia evened it up. And then in the fifth and final round, Slovakia gets the winner. So one thing that's standing out, and they're starting to talk about, is that these are feeling like empty arena games because people aren't going. There have been a lot of things cited. First, since it's the middle of summer, the ticket prices are high. I believe they said to go to one of the Canadian games, you're looking at $134 for a ticket. I wouldn't pay that. I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't pay that. I wouldn't pay that if it was in December. But that's me. So I've heard about to get certain games you have to get tickets for other games, and then there's people saying too that the time of day that they're putting these games on, it doesn't make sense. It's during the week. People have jobs. People have stuff to do. They can't take time off to go watch a hockey game, or they're not going to. And so there's a lot of reasons why this tournament has to be losing money. And it's too bad because the hockey's been pretty good. Honestly, I think the hockey's been pretty good considering the empty arena and all that. Maybe 100 people at the games I've been watching, maybe. And when you consider there's going to be family members, there's going to be people who traveled with the team who are going to be in attendance. I don't know how much the paid attendance is, but they have to be losing money. This tournament absolutely has to be losing money, which was the discussion before it took place. Now, it gives me hockey to watch during the summer. I'm not going to complain about hockey to watch during the summer. Tomorrow, I will be watching Czechia versus Canada. That's the game right in the middle. USA versus Austria starts the day. So for the poor Austrians who got beat pretty handedly by Sweden, now they get the Americans, who may very well be better than the Swedes. We'll find out when those two teams meet each other. And then we've got Switzerland and Germany closing out the day tomorrow. So it's 3 games. We'll see if the attendance comes up. We'll see if Canada being against Czechia, a relatively good country who should challenge Canada on some level. We'll see if that amps up the interest. But yeah, it's been, and for me as a YouTuber, I've noticed that the view counts on these videos, the reviews of the games during the round robin, have been low, which I kind of knew they would be. I'm okay with that. But it keeps me in shape for reviewing games, I guess. It's kind of the middle of summer, so it's fun to have this hockey on to watch so I can do reviews. It's why I like during the preseason watching a game here and there and reviewing them, because it gets me back into the flow of things. And yeah, it's kind of fun to review hockey. And again, with this tournament, there are a lot of guys who are going to be in the NHL either this coming season or the year after. So it's kind of fun to watch them and see who's further ahead than who. So we'll see where this whole World Junior saga goes, who ends up winning. And of course, 4 months from now, they're playing again. That's when the 2023 World Juniors will get started. I expect the attendance and everything to be much higher for that. But this one has not, it has not been a hit. Good news for Yuri Slafkovsky, who the internet's starting to say, well, he's going to be a bust, which is weird. Slafkovsky has been named Slovak Player of the Year. Not really a surprise. He was taken #1 in the draft. He had an excellent year playing against men and playing in the Olympics. So I think that's a fantastic pick. So Slafkovsky named Slovak Player of the Year, and who knows, maybe he'll be Montreal Canadian this year and start silencing critics. But again, and I've been talking about this because I find it so utterly bewildering, the idea that you can write off a player as being a bust before he's made his debut in the NHL. That's one of my favorite things in the world. Or, oh, they're going to regret that because why? Slafkovsky looks like a solid pick at this point. We shall see how good of a pick it was. So kudos to him on being named Slovak Player of the Year. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you're browsing your way through, you just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.